Hey guys, Necro here, and it's been a minute since I put out any content. I've been actually crazy ramping up things with, what happened with the end of Safari, the Safari Zone event. The group's got a lot more tight-knit. We actually got group shirts for ourselves and everything, and that was pretty awesome. And just basically prepping for Community Day, because this Community Day we will be traveling to a local university. So that'll be pretty hype. That'll be pretty lit. It's a university I've been to many times, but new Pokestops. I've never been there playing Pokemon Go, so this will be pretty interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and show some of the kind of rare catches I got. I got this Primeape for 321, then a wild Rapidash, and that's pretty cool. 615. Nothing spectacular, but it's always great to see these kind of rare spawns that just show up out of nowhere. At least, I kind of live where I live. It's in like a fire biome or in a earth fire biome because I live in South Texas. And so it's just neat to see things like Charizards, Charmeleons, Cyndaquils, Typhlosions spawn randomly. But Rapidash, definitely something I haven't seen in a long time. And it caught attention. It's alright, I guess, but probably candy fodder. On to the next. And the next is a Wild Arcanine, and for some reason Wild Arcanines spawn a lot in this area, and that's pretty cool, at least for me, because it's pretty awesome. It's like a big fuck off dog. And my friend Ray actually has a Mastiff dog, so I kind of like put those two together. Like Arcanine's as big as a Mastiff. I mean, he could be just about. I mean, Mastiff's a little smaller, like, truth be told, but still pretty neat. And this one's actually pretty decent pretty decent CP. 2223. Let's see if it wants to stay in. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Alright, so it stayed in. And was it 2223? I wasn't actually. Yes, it was 2223. I wasn't paying attention earlier. That's pretty neat. Always great to see some of these like high-level fire types as well. Make some nothing more than just gym fodder, and it's above average, so it's not great, but something to put in a gym. And another Primeape spawned 845. Once again, not great CP, but great to see out in the wild, especially when it was raining. Even though it wasn't raining, that was just some weather trickery on Niantic's part. Which a lot of times, I mean, you guys tell me yourselves, if you see that the weather is glitched or out of whack, do you report it, or do you take advantage of the fact that it is boosting the wrong type of Pokemon? Like, especially if it's something like raining, so water types are spawning more frequently. Typically I take advantage of that. Next is a Granbull for 2091. Granbulls spawn pretty frequently, I think about everywhere, but to help grind for that Stardust, that's why I went ahead and I catch these. Anything that is basically beyond a tier 1 evolution, you get bonus Stardust for. So I mean, I always catch them. I mean, why wouldn't you? That's bonus Stardust. But I think this Granbull is giving me a bit of a problem. Yeah, it did not want to come home with me because it knew it was about to be candy. Yeah, I think I have a pretty decent IV Granbull already, but definitely something to keep an eye out for. Man, it just did not want to stay caught. Little bugger. Keep giving him the nabs, and this is where I was trying to conserve my resources for Community Day, but sometimes when you see such great spawns out there, it's hard not to want to catch them. Especially with trading, and now trading needing a bunch of Stardust in order to trade. I mean, that's pretty legit. Alright, 1, 2, does it stay in? 3, yes, it stayed in, awesome. Okay, so gotcha. I think I go ahead and appraise it just to see if it was actually worth the trouble. And it was decent, caught attention. Nothing spectacular though. It is what it is. Then I went ahead and I claimed my field research box, which of course everybody knows by now is a wild Snorlax. This was pretty neat to do. I did this at my girlfriend's house. I want to do an AR shot, but I kind of avoid AR shots in regards to places where people live for privacy reasons and the fact that I can't throw worth a crap. I actually took my screen protector off my glass because I noticed that it was really affecting how much I was throwing. So let me know if this is something you guys do too. Curveball, excellent. Let's see if it likes that. 1, 2, 3. Nice. But yeah, I went ahead and took off the screen protector, which is something I might regret later when work starts back up. But for right now, you know, I'd rather get those perfect great throws and excellence as much as possible. Oops, accidentally closed it. Let's go ahead and open up the Snorlax. Take a look. 1381, not great, but it has Body Slam, which is the legacy type move, which is pretty legit. There he is, he's sleepy. I was pretty sleepy at this time too. It was after midnight. But yeah, I mean, pretty great. Anywho, then we go on to some raids. Because I did do some raiding with the local group, but we've all kind of been saving our resources for Saturday, the day before Community Day, the mini Community Day with Shiny Articuno. And these are just basically a lot of clips that I compiled together, and I use my Shiny Roselia just because I'm like, you know what, when am I ever going to use this? We have more than enough people to take down an Onix. So I was just like messing around with my Shiny Roselia, and I was surprised. It's doing pretty well. But it's just cool just to see it out there, you know, swishing its arms, going wow, back and forth. And I was like, wow, it's doing pretty good. And then it died. So yeah. But still pretty cool. But then, yeah, I whipped out the Kyogre and we just went from there. This wasn't a hard catch for me at all, or a hard takedown for me at all. It was pretty standard. I'm actually surprised that Onix is a level 3 raid boss as opposed to a level 2 raid boss. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm also more surprised that I can't solo it by myself. I tried, but maybe just my Pokemon aren't maxed out enough. Which leads me to another thing. I haven't been powering up my Pokemon because trading now requires Stardust. So it's kind of that weird catch-22 where, do I want to power up my Pokemon? Or do I want to max them out to max CP? And then, of course, that throws the IVs into the whole mix, because if it's not perfect IVs, or at least in 90% IVs, why am I going to waste a Stardust when I can be trading? I'm still trying to fill out my Pokedex. I already traded for an unknown. I think it was the N unknown, or the Z unknown. I got a Mr. Mime already, traded for that. Traded for a Kangaskhan. I still need a Tauros and a Tropius, and I think there's another one. I need Lunatone too, but that's moved already in the area. I just need to hunt around for that. But yeah, it goes down 12 balls. Let's go ahead and see if we catch it. Bonus challenge. Not going to be much of a challenge. So go ahead and start the nab. Let's see if I can Savage Season it and do Mystic 7 proud. Yeah. Crap throw. A 1, a 2, 3. Savage Seasoned. Mystic 7, I did you proud, brother. But yeah, Onix was caught. Not a new entry at all, but Steelix is my favorite Pokemon, so it's always cool if I can get one with decent IVs. This one is average IVs. It's going to be candy fodder. The next raid that we did, I think it was the next day actually, is Machamp. And it was something that I didn't need, but one of my raiding buddies, Ray, who's an old-time friend of mine who recently got into the game, needed one, and I got hit with a lag spike right away, so everything was kind of floating there. But once the battle actually started, I brought my A game because I'm all about helping somebody raid if it's to get a Pokemon that is not in their Pokédex. I kind of got booted out there, so I just kind of clicked battle, and it kind of let me rejoin. You know, still lagging. I don't know why we were lagging, but the battle was already going on at this point. So, of course, when it kind of let me back in, it was already damaged a sufficient amount. But, yeah, still raiding with a group of 3. We were able to take it down, no problem. But, yeah, anywho, going back to what I was saying, yeah, I always enjoy raiding if it's to help somebody get something in their Pokédex that they don't have. I know a lot of people don't want to raid unless it's a legendary. And I don't have anything against that. Legendaries are cool. I mean, if you already have a shiny variant and or a perfect IV one, why waste the time personally on shinies? I find much more enjoyment with helping other people fill out their Pokédex. Because I think I'm almost done with the Kanto region. I'll have to look at my Pokédex in a minute. But yeah, I'm almost done with the Kanto region. and then it will be the Johto region and the Hoenn region. But I think I'm very close to being done with all of them. Actually, the only thing I am missing, Mewtwo. I haven't gotten an EX Raid Pass because I cannot find any sponsored Pokestops locally. I can go like 4 cities over and find them that drop EX Raid Passes, but that's like a 30-minute drive in either direction. And not that I'm not dedicated to the game, but it's more a matter of time and budgeting and gas money. But yeah, Machamp goes down. Here he is, 1596. Not great, but then again, I really didn't need him, so just tossed him a Golden Raspberry, give him a throw, and that was it. I thought, 1, 2, and nope. I was surprised. I was like, what? You broke out? That was a Golden Raspberry. How selfish are you? So go ahead and use Nanab. Curveball, great throw. Nice. There's 1, 2, and nope, still breaking out. At this point I was getting a little annoyed. I was like, you know what, take one more Golden Raspberry and you better stay in that ball. Because one thing I hate, it's wasting Golden Raspberries. Decent throw, not great, not excellent. 1, 2, oh my goodness, he's just being a little stubborn brat. So another Nanab. And at this point, it was personal. I don't even need him in my Pokedex, but it was personal. I'm like, you know what? I beat you. I'm catching you. I'm probably going to turn you into candy. So here I was like, one more Golden Raspberry because, this is getting ridiculous. It's getting redonkulous levels of ridiculous. Golden Raspberry, Curveball, excellent. And this is already with my screen protector off, so I was able to throw a little bit better. It's still just being a brat. Dang, he didn't want to stay in there. So one more Golden Raspberry because I was already like, Ray, you already caught yours, but for some reason I can't throw, and I'm going to be very upset if for whatever reason this runs from me. At this point, see, and he's just fighting it out. At this point, it's a matter of pride. He keeps jumping and fighting him off, and at this point I was like, I should just nabbed him again, but there you go. Curveball, great. And, my pride is on the line at this point. My pride as a Pokemon trainer. And finally, there it goes. Gotcha. So we're going to go ahead and check him out, see if the IVs are even decent, worth keeping at 1596. I don't think they were. Nah, it just caught attention. So this was garbage. So this guy was my most happiest time that I turned a Pokemon into candy. Then we moved on to a Regice raid. This is actually done at 4th of July, actually. 4th of July Regice raid. We had 9 players there. Got together. We actually wanted to promote more of our group, but I've noticed something odd about Pokemon players. There's a lot of them who like to solo things, and that's fine. No hate towards people that want to play the game solo, but they seem very... maybe it's a social anxiety thing, I know, because I suffer from social anxiety, let alone regular anxiety and depression. I mean, that's just something I deal with, but I know what it's like to be intimidated by a group. But with our group, with the Poke Rangers of Dana, we try to be very inclusive, very welcoming, basically a nice place where if you want to raid with us, cool. You don't even have to be part of our group, quote unquote. You can still raid with us. I mean, we don't hate on anybody. We welcome everybody. All teams are welcome. All creeds, all religions, all races. You're down to raid with us. We're just about catching the Pokemon and having a good time. And this Regice is one of the ones we were taking down. I was surprised he was taking down my Regicide team pretty well. I mean, it was 200 seconds left, and we were already beating him pretty well. My Smackdown Stone Edge. Yeah, that's my shiny Tyranitar, Dazilla. It's actually a long story why he's named Dazilla. I assure you, it's not a racist innuendo. Real quick story. I play Dungeons and Dragons, and I have a friend who had, this is a long time ago, a Lizardman type character, or Lizardfolk type character, and he was like big and burly, and he named his character Dazilla. So yeah, that's why I named my Tyranitar Dazilla. So I fainted out there, which was expected, and I was like, there's enough people in there, I'm going to just max revive real quick, and then I'm going to go in my Regicide Team 2. kind of alternate between two teams. My first team is my all fighting team. My second team is my fire team. Wow, I had a brain fart there. Yeah. Blaziken doing pretty well. This is basically my heavy hitters. They just go in there and they're pounding away. You know, my Blaziken went down. Ho-Oh came out. Ho-Oh's just basically tearing it up because that's what Ho-Oh does. You know, just pounding away, pounding away. And, yeah, you know, Brave Bird, actually a really good move. I was not familiar with it until I used it and saw how good it did, especially against the Machamps, so... But yeah, as you can see, 70-ish seconds, and it's already going down. And it is down at 70 seconds. And it just falls forward and boom. Actually, it didn't fall forward. It used to fall forward and boom. Oh, and Friendship Level with Shuriken. Shuriken, shout out, bro. Golden Raspberries, Hyper Potions, Fast TM, yes. 6 revives, Stardust, which we need more Stardust for raids, especially legendaries. And Friendship bonus, yeah. And Contribution, yes. 12 balls to catch this beastie. But now here comes the real challenge of the game. So, let's go ahead and go. Start with Golden Raspberries. 1743, high CP, not great, but high. Go ahead and give it a spin. Curveball, great. I noticed they moved the circle down, which, thank you, Niantic. You don't know how many balls I missed aiming for this Pokemon's tip of the iceberg, so to speak. Alright, now Nanab. I always trust in Prodigy's Nation. He's never steered me wrong. He is the guru of Pokemon Go. The guru monk, as it were. Okay, broke out from there. Alright, cool. Now, here's a quick trick that we learned. I'm sure people already know this already. If you're having trouble catching one, because it just keeps attacking like too frequently or bursting out right away, you can run away from it, and as long as there is still time on the raid boss, you can click on it again, and you've already beaten it, so it'll let you rejoin. It's a great curveball throw. 1, 2. Nope, I knew it wasn't going to stay in. That would have been too fortunate. But it kind of gives you better odds to catch it, especially when it's being, you know, a little bratty, as it were. Alright, here we go. Curveball decent, not great. I don't think it's going to like that at all. 1, 2. No, I knew it wasn't going to like that. Because I didn't like the way I threw that. But yeah, 1743, not great. CP, I think, maxes out at 1764. I think that is perfect IVs for Regice. Regice, whatever you call. Whatever you prefer. It's completely subjective to terminology. But I will admit, this is the first legendary I have not been hyped to catch. Just because of the fact that there's no shiny variant. I mean, it's cool. The very first time, it was cool to add him to my Pokedex. But now it's like there was kind of no point for me to continue raiding. You know, aside from helping out, you know, my fellow Pokerangers, you know, get them in their Pokedex and adding multiple legendaries. But I think they really goofed when it came to the Regis, because their main thing is defense, and you can't put legendaries inside a gym. So it is a missed opportunity. It's wasted potential. Because, I mean, I don't even think they're going to be decent attackers, even for elemental advantage. I mean, I guess they could be decent tanks, but, I mean, that's why we have Chanseys and Snorlaxes. I mean, unless you want something specifically type-resistant. I don't know. That's just me spitballing off the top of my head. But, yeah, Regice still being a little brat here. So, let's go ahead. Golden Raspberry. Alright, 4 balls left. At this point, I was a little annoyed, but I got the XP. I didn't really need him anymore. So I threw him. It's 1, 2, and no. I know it was going to break out. He's been fighting me every step of the way. Well, yeah, another Golden Raspberry. 3 balls left. Spin it up, wind it, and let it pitch. Curveball, great with a Golden Raspberry. Let's hope it catches. 1, 2. No, oh geez, he's being real bratty there. All right, another Nanab. Wind it up, throw it. Nice. Decent, not nice. I really wish it would say like decent if you got it like outside of the closing circle. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to catch. Okay, last ball. Alright. There you go, bro. This is all I got. All I can give you is my love. Curveball, excellent. Golden raspberry, last throw. 1. Nope. I knew I wasn't going to catch him, and he just bolts. And that's fine, because I helped out my fellow team members catch it. And that's what's important to me. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. This is basically everything I did, and I didn't really do any screencasting for this event. Tell me if you guys like the screencasting, because I'm personally really enjoying them. I'm still messing with editing, messing with tweaking, as I'm sure you guys have seen the videos change very slightly. But yeah, let me know what you guys like, what you guys prefer. I mean, I enjoy making the content. You know, if you guys don't enjoy watching it, then, you know, I'm sorry, unsubscribe, I guess. But I always welcome constructive criticism. I don't welcome destructive criticism. Like if you're just going to be hating or whatever, I mean, you can take that, you know, off my channel, because I don't want that here. But anywho, guys, that's it. Remember, this is Necro, Pokerangers, Donna Division. Love the grind. Peace out, and be good to each other.